You have a gift straight from the divine that's being sent into your life. I want to see what it is. The King of Wands. Seven of Wands. I feel like there's something that you've been fighting for. I feel like I'm almost hearing you've been fighting for the right to just receive, to exist, to survive. It's like there's something about you have lived in a state of survival, but I feel like this period isn't about fighting for anything. It's about receiving things. And I feel like that was a big part of your journey, was learning how to receive, learning how to remain open. Because with this like survival mode, it puts you in a space of hypervigilance where if you were gifted something and you were still in that fight or flight kind of energy, there would have been projection. You know what I mean? Like there would have just been this energy of you feeling like you need to fight it off or push it away. But there's something about your energy right now. I'm hearing like you're standing taller, you're standing stronger, and you're standing more in your power, more embodied. There's just this energy of openness about you right now. And the reason why I feel like this divine gift is coming into your life is because your energy field has accepted it. You've accepted the fact that you're deserving of a gift, of gifts. You're recognizing that you are the gift. And I just feel like you've been pushing away certain things, certain people, maybe even a version of yourself that you wanted to experience out of fear of being too powerful. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like you feared your power. You've always felt it, is what I feel. I feel you've always felt this internal power. It might have been something that only you've seen, that only you've known, that you just didn't allow to be expressed. I'm getting there was a fear of expression, and I feel like there could have even been situations in your past that really projected their idea of what they wanted you to be. So you really honestly learned how to curate yourself. I feel like you learned how to be digestible, how to be quieter, how to be more acceptable. Maybe even accessible is what I'm hearing, but I feel like there's something about the access to certain people, it's no longer there. Okay, and I feel like that's why our energy is opening, because when you had access, when people had access to you that shouldn't have, there was this energy of, again, projection, where you just were sucking in this energy of, I need to like morph myself to be accepted by these people, even though they don't align to me. And now that you've kind of closed out chapters, or you've released people, or you've just set energetic boundaries, there's this opening that's happening within you where you're not filtering yourself and where you're not shrinking to be understood. And I feel like that's why this gift is able to come into your life, because it wasn't meant to come towards you when you were altering yourself to receive it. You know what I mean? It's like your true self was the activator for this gift. Your true self is the activator. The Two of Cups too. So this could be in terms of partnership. This could be a partnership coming into your life. Somebody that feels divinely aligned to your path. It's going to feel divinely orchestrated. Something that just feels tangible for this version of you. It's going to feel... The Two of Cups is like just an equal partnership. Somebody that you're not going to have to like explain every single thing for to understand you. You might have even been in situations where maybe there was like manipulation, where just you felt like you had to over explain yourself in a way that really didn't need explanation. It was just people might have really made you feel like you needed to do that. But there's something about you're not gonna have to over explain. I'm hearing like you're just gonna be understood just by your energy alone. Like you might have always dreamed of somebody just looking at you, looking into your eyes, and just seeing you. And I feel like that's what this partnership is. The World. I really feel like you had to close out a massive cycle in order for this to come into your life though. But this doesn't feel like just partnership. This feels greater than that. This feels really big. And I honestly feel like you feel this. I feel like that you could feel something shifting in your life. It's almost like there's a preparation that's going on where certain things are being aligned in your life. Certain things are being aligned in other people's lives, where it's just going to be this meeting in the middle of just energy. Like you're going to be meeting energy this time. Pure energy. I feel like I want to do part 2 actually. You feel this. You feel things shifting, and I almost feel like it's making you anxious. Like an anxious excitement, not like you don't want it, but there's almost a fear around like, what if this is what I've been praying for? I feel like there's something you've been praying for a really long time. in regards to partnership, in regards to your life in general. Like, I just feel you've been praying to experience freedom, joy, like just what you were birthed into this existence to experience was like the fullest extent of life. And I feel like you're somebody, if you listen to part 1, there's just something about your experiences with people in specific have always felt very controlled. Like, you might have felt very controlled in connections. You might have felt like you were even controlling yourself. There was just like an element of like hiding your true self, where you didn't get to fully express who you were in this life. And I feel like that really stifled the way that you saw your experiences, the way you like, I just feel you always had this vision of pureness, of joy, of like just ease, you know, like good times. And I feel like, I'm not to dismiss that you haven't had good times in your life, but there's something about the dark periods really weighed heavily on how you did experience the good times. But I feel like with the World card coming out in part 1, you've closed out something massive. I'm almost hearing you've closed out a generational cycle. So this could be something in regards to like family dynamics, or just how you showed up in connection. Like, I don't know, something you've done, something you've released, it's actually completely shut down a cycle that's been going on for, I'm hearing, years. So I feel like this has to do with your expression, with how you show up in the world, in connection, where you're no longer curating yourself. You're no longer thinking, I have to be this way, I have to be quieter, I can't be. It's almost like you didn't want people to see the true version of you, because every time somebody did, it was projected on. It was made to feel less than. It was made to question. I'm hearing you've always questioned yourself. I feel like you've always felt like you needed to be just below the bar of who you really were. But what I'm hearing is the bar is raising, the standard is raising. Something about you, I'm almost seeing those things where, you know, when somebody like punches that thing at like an arcade or something, and when you punch it really hard and it just goes all the way up. I don't know why I was getting that image, but that's kind of giving your energy right now. Is you just punched out a massive cycle, and now your energy is expanding rapidly, like a rapid fire of expansion. The 10 of Cups here too, this is like your divine birthright. I feel like you're somebody, anything that you felt was taken from you, or anything you felt like you missed out on, that was not permanent. Okay, there's something about an appreciation for what's about to come in for you, an appreciation for the new cycles that are about to unfold. And I almost feel like, because of that loss of that innocence, or the loss of that version of yourself, or not even the loss, maybe like the complete unknowing of that version of yourself, not getting to experience them, it's like everything in your life is about to expand greater than it ever has, greater than you ever thought it could. Like, I feel that you, because of the fact that you didn't experience certain things, say, the way you wanted to, the expansion is going to feel like a gift. Okay, it's going to feel like this is actually something greater's been working in your favor. And I feel like you're also the kind of person that you've taken a lot of your lessons and turned them into power, turned them into awareness. I'm hearing you've turned your weaknesses into strengths. So like the parts of you that people might have made you feel were weak, or maybe you even thought was weak, those are now your greatest strengths, because there's awareness for them, there's compassion, there's understanding. And I just feel like that energy right there is actually what you're attracting into your life. Like I said in part 1, there's a partnership that I feel like you're manifesting into your life. And this partnership, it really feels like something that aligns to your values, that aligns to the way that you've been like manifesting in connection. Like, I really feel that you've had this idea of what you want. Okay? It's not that you're projecting an idea onto somebody, but you have standards, you know? You've risen the way that you view connection. The Page of Cups, this is something that's going to heal your inner child. And I almost feel that you never got to experience your inner child in connections. Maybe you did to an extent, but there's something very healing about this energy that feels free. Like, you're going to get to experience your younger self, your innocence, free. Like, with the version of you that's freed themselves. I feel like if you were in connections in your past where you felt this energy, there was still an unhealed aspect to it. There was still, you know, hiding and a lack of self-expression. But this is something that's like the full expression of yourself is going to attract this person into your life. And I feel that they're going to be somebody that provides a safe space for you to expand. Most importantly, your inner child. Okay, this is different, like feeling safe in connection to expand. I'm hearing like also abandonment wounds. You could have struggled in connections where maybe there was something about emotional abandonment, physical abandonment, just not feeling secure. This is going to be a very secure connection that the reason why you couldn't expand in connections was because you didn't feel safe. The Tower and the Eight of Wands and the King of Cups right here. Oh my gosh. What's behind? And the Moon was behind that, of course. Of freaking course. I think I'm going to do a part 3 for these cards. I honestly feel like the person that's coming into your life, you don't see them coming. We never do, really. We never do. But I feel like one of the main reasons is because of the cycle that you're closing out. Like there's something about something's come crumbling down. Something is completely dismantled. You just completely released something. You said goodbye. You said no more. You said I'm calling in something new, or like I'm aligning to something new. This could be like physically in your life with the Tower card coming out. Like there could be like a massive life shift that's happening for you right now, whether that be in your physical foundation, in your emotional world, in your connection wise. You know what I mean? There's something that you've let burn down. Okay, you've let it just be what it is. And I feel like that is actually allowing this connection to move into your energy field quick. Like this feels quick, but it also feels like unseen. You don't see what's happening behind the scenes. So this could be somebody new, like maybe you don't know this person, or it could be somebody that you do know but like you're not expecting this level of connection to. I'm also hearing like instant recognition. So this could be somebody that there's like a deep level of recognition at first sight. You know what I mean? Like I don't think love at first sight. I do think that you can recognize something in somebody at first sight. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. The King of Cups too, I feel like this is the reason why there's going to be this energetic recognition is because of the connection to their emotions, the connection to their like internal world. You know what I mean? Like somebody that you're going to be able to relate to on a deep level, not on a surface kind of way. I honestly feel like this is somebody that you didn't think was actually real. That's what I'm hearing, is you projected your idea onto people in your past, and I feel like they might have not lived up to the expectation, to the point that you're like, I don't know, does somebody out there actually exist like this? And I feel like you're learning to not project ideas onto anybody, to just let people show you who they are. And I'm getting this person's gonna show you. There's something about this person's gonna show you things that you haven't seen. They're gonna show you a side to connection you haven't seen, love you haven't seen, but also a version of yourself you haven't seen. Because of the comfort and the ability this person has to connect to you in that emotional way. I don't think you've ever connected to somebody in like that deep emotional like exchange. You know what I mean? You might have connected to people, yes, but there's something about like a deep soul bond, a deep understanding and awareness for your emotional world. I don't think anybody's ever given you the time of day to be seen in that way. Yeah, the Hermit. It's like you've almost hid parts of yourself from people because you just knew there was like a lack of awareness for you, or a lack of connection to their own emotional world. But I feel like this is somebody that's going to bring you out of that. They're going to bring you out of a cycle that you've just closed out. So it's giving me like you're walking out of a cycle, not realizing that you're meeting somebody there. Okay, you're meeting somebody at the end of this cycle, or in the beginning of a new one. But I feel like this is like an end of a period where you hide yourself from people. This is like the time you're seen, the time that you're accepted. And I feel like the way you're going to be accepted is going to actually completely change the way you projected before, where you're like, I don't know if somebody exists like this. You're going to be like, I'm glad I still believed they did though. Yeah. But anyways, aside from connection wise, I do feel like there's something, the Fool. I just feel like this is a new start for you. Like I'm getting like the Four of Wands too. I'm just feeling like a whole new world is opening up for you that you just, I don't even think you're fully aware of. Like the Fool card, it always gives me this kind of aloof energy, but just this free energy of I'm just trusting in the flow of life. I'm trusting where I'm going, and I trust that the divine is guiding me there. So there's just this trust, again, not knowing exactly what you're walking into. like community, love, happiness, joy, those innocent moments that you felt you missed out on. It's almost like a re-gift of this, a gifting of this. And I feel like this is something that, again, it's just going to match your internal freedom. I feel like you could have even felt like the things around you weren't matching this energy, but you still remained open to it. And I feel like that's why it's that's why the universe is allowing this to unfold, is because you're stepping into it open. You're stepping into it, allowing yourself to accept something new, allowing yourself to be like, you know what? I deserve to be happy. I deserve to experience things in life. I deserve to experience connection. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something very open about you right now. The Queen of Swords and the Chariot right here too. Open, honest, and you're ready to move forward. That's basically giving this energy, is you've opened yourself up to something, you've been honest to yourself about something, and that's allowing this new path to just, I'm saying like a red carpet. Like, this next chapter is going to feel like the red carpet's rolled out for you, and you're just going to get to walk along and just exist. So yeah, definitely let me know if this happens, but I feel like your life is about to change greatly, and you freaking deserve it. You deserve all of the good things in the world. And for anybody that's ever made you feel otherwise, it's just because they knew you were destined for everything good in this world.